what is up? It is your girl EJ, the TV Junkie, back with another quick chat over found. This is episode 12, y'all, entitled Missing While Grieving. Now, in this episode, we got a lot of backstory with our girl. We finally kind of got to see how everything kind of led up to where it was. Now, we've already seen a flashback of when Jaime actually goes missing, right? But we've never seen like the aftermath of this, kind of how we got to where we are with Margaret, right? Her going to sit in that bus station for the very first time. Now, we know that when she goes to sit in that bus station, her husband, when he came there looking for her, he took the flyers and he handed out flyers as well. But there has to be some point when he has decided that they have to move on, that they have to focus on their girls, because we see where they are now, right? We also see that she was very disconnected from her girls. Like, she was trying, but at the same time, it just wasn't there. So we can kind of see how we end up in this relationship that we see with her and Taylor all of this time later, right? But my main focus, though, has been Jaime. Like, where has Jaime been? What is he up to? And who is he really working with? Because part of me wants to say that, that maybe somehow he is an accomplice to Sir, but at the same time, I don't think so. I really think that he's an accomplice to, I believe her name is Helen. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, y'all. But the lady that Trent was messing with, the one who they say that Christian shot. I don't believe that Christian shot her. I don't believe that Christian has anything to do with this. I do not believe that he is the accomplice. I believe that he is the scapegoat for whatever crazed psycho out there that is trying to help Sir. I don't know all the details just yet, are not lined up for me, but I do know that they are definitely setting Christian up and they are making him look more and more guilty every single time. And it feels like Trent doesn't want to do the work. It feels like Trent doesn't want to do the hard thing, which is really, really dive into this case. It feels like he just wants to take the easy route because he wants it to just be this black and white situation, that it was just Christian and his brother. No, it is somebody else, and I really need him to dig deeper. Like, that story with oh girl doesn't even make sense with his little boo thing. It just doesn't even make sense. Like, I need him to really do the police work. I'm with Sir on this one. Do your job, heavy boots, okay? Figure it out. But in this particular one, y'all, we see that, Sir is locked up. Like, he is literally locked up. But something tells me that he's going to find a way out of this. How? I don't know. But Sir is not going to stay locked up. We see Jaime done stole a brooch. We see Jaime somehow ends up with a little truck that was in his room after he was kidnapped. So how did he get the little truck? Who came in Margaret's house? Who was it that she knows that took her son? Because that was the big reveal, that it has to be somebody that she knows, because they actually took his favorite toy. And now he has that favorite toy. So who was it? I'm side-eyeing the husband. I'm side-eyeing everybody. But even though I know that it probably wasn't the husband, but I'm just side-eyeing you because I don't know at this point. Because who was that close in order to be able to get her son? Because it has to be somebody that he knows, right? Somebody that he would willingly run off with. And now, all these years later, this sad person has just let him go. Did he escape? He just goes straight to his mom. How does he know that his mom would still be at that bus station? Like, it's just so many unanswered questions for me. And then, of course, there is this case. This particular case, we found ourselves with a guy who was, he's pretty much blind or legally blind. And he and his sister have had some issues. And everybody's looking at him like he is the one who has, his sister is missing. And they're looking at him like he is the one because they've had some arguments. They've had some anger stuff going on. Like, it's just been a thing. And he blames her for his wife, not being there with him, because she was the one who made the decision to pull the plug, because apparently his wife gave her that right, because his wife knew that he wouldn't be able to make the hard decision. So there's that. But when it was all said and done, she actually was gone on her own fruition. She was somewhere thinking that she didn't deserve to, be in the land of the living, I guess you would say. She felt guilty for what happened. And so it was just a lot. And that was another reason why she stayed there and took so much of what, you know, her, I think it was her brother or brother-in-law. I don't know. Yeah, don't give me a lie about that part. I did not look at the details of that. But that's why she stayed and took so much of it. We just gonna call him the pastor because he was a pastor. That's why she took so much of it. But at the end of the day, they loved each other. They found each other. It was what it was. And he realizes that he was wrong and that this was not her fault at all. Now, back to the other stuff, because y'all know that's what I care about. I care about Sir and Gabi. Because Sir thought that Gabi was going to come over there asking him for help, but she's like, no, I'm not asking you for no help. We're not going to do that. You're not going to help with the cases. Did you really think that that's what this was going to be about? And I really think on some level, Sir really thinks he was going to be that person that she confides in. And there's going to be a moment where we see Gabi just really trying to release everything and just trying to let go of it. At the end of the day, Gabi is out free, done, because she deserves to be free. Y'all know I have always stood with Gabi and her decision, and I always felt like she snapped, and that was the reason why she did it. But why Trent was so hell-bent on putting her in jail, I just didn't understand that. It baffled me. If anything, you should be congratulating her on finding somebody that you weren't able to find. So anyway, y'all, I really, really liked this episode. I really liked how we dived into Margaret's side a little bit deeply, hoping that we get more backstories from some of the other members of M&A, like Zeke. I want to hear his entire backstory, get the flashbacks of it, really dive into it. And I also want to see more of Dawn's backstory. We heard a little bit about it, but I don't feel like we actually got that flashback of it where we go into details of it. And I know that the way they're kind of putting the show together, that they're doing it at the right opportune moments, and that makes sense. And I love that because they always mesh with whatever is happening in the current world when they flash back to the past. So I just know that there's going to be moments, I'm hoping at least, in the future where we will be able to do that with some of the other MMA members. So I'm excited about that. And I'm here for Trent's backstory too, with his sister or whatever the case is. I don't care. I just love how they do that. And so I want to continue to see more of that. Go ahead and get the conversation started down below. Let me know what y'all think, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.